Picture this. Imagine stepping back in time nearly 2 millennia ago, nearly 2,000 years ago, on the very edge of the vast Roman Empire, a frontier constantly tested by the unknown. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, sits alone in his simple tent. The camp murmurs outside, a symphony of military life under the cloak of night. Armor clanking softly as soldiers prepare for the night's watch. Sentries whispering low, hushed conversations carried on the cool night air, and a lone wolf howling in the distance, a reminder of the wildness that surrounds them. By the fragile flicker of a single oil lamp casting dancing shadows on the tent walls, he writes, not imperial decrees or battle plans, but personal notes to himself, a private dialogue. He's wrestling with his own soul, grappling with the weight of his responsibilities and the complexities of human nature, reminding himself again and again to be just, to be patient, and to be wise even under immense pressure and the constant threat of war. This is his private practice, his philosophy, not as abstract theory, but as a lived daily action. Now, fast forward through the centuries to today. A modern professional sits in a brightly lit room, illuminated not by oil but by the stark glow of a ring light, surrounded by a cacophony of digital noise, a constant barrage of information and demands, notifications pinging incessantly, emails flooding the inbox, each one vying for immediate attention, and the endless scrolling of social media, a bottomless pit of fleeting trends and curated realities. The pressure is different in its form, but just as real and just as intense, to perform flawlessly, to be constantly seen and validated, and to keep up with the ever-accelerating demands of modern life. Billions are connected through screens, yet a profound sense of loneliness persists, a paradox of the digital age. The battle is no longer for land or resources, but for attention, for a fleeting moment of recognition in the digital swarm. The battle is for peace of mind, for a quiet space amidst the digital storm, and for a stable sense of self in a world meticulously built to distract, to fragment, and to overwhelm. The backdrop has undeniably changed, the stage upon which we play out our lives. Swords and senators, the symbols of Roman power and governance, have been replaced by silicon and servers, the infrastructure of our modern, interconnected world. But beneath the surface, the core human struggles, the fundamental challenges of existence, stubbornly remain. The gnawing fear of not being enough, of falling short of expectations, frustration and conflict with others, the inevitable friction of human interaction, wasted time, the moments lost to procrastination and distraction, and the bitter sting of failure. These experiences transcend time and technology. These are timeless, woven into the very fabric of the human condition. Marcus's Meditations, a collection of personal reflections never intended for public consumption, still speak with remarkable clarity and relevance across the vast expanse of centuries. He was meticulously building an inner fortress, a resilient mental framework designed to withstand the inevitable chaos of life. The Stoic tools and techniques he employed are not dusty relics of a bygone era. They're urgently needed today, perhaps more than ever, in our increasingly complex and overwhelming world. His wisdom serves as a practical guidebook for navigating the treacherous currents of our own complex and relentlessly noisy world. The fundamental challenges remain the same. The core struggles of the human heart endure. Only the scenery, the superficial trappings of our lives, has undergone a dramatic transformation. At the heart of Stoicism is the idea of the inner citadel, a fortress within your mind. No matter the chaos outside, this space is yours to command. You can't control the world, but you control your response. Today we're besieged by information, opinions, and demands. Notifications, urgent emails, highlight reels, each is a pebble against your focus. Over time, these small assaults can feel like a siege. Marcus's wisdom: recognize what's up to you and what isn't. The algorithm, the angry comment, the curated photo, these are external. Your reaction is yours alone. This isn't apathy, it's strategic disengagement. The real battle is for the tranquility of your own mind. Social media isn't a town square, it's the Roman Colosseum. You're not just a spectator, you're a performer. Every post, like, and comment is a small act in a public arena. Algorithms, like unseen emperors, decide what lives or dies. The crowd's approval or disapproval can feel personal. Comparison is a thief of joy, draining your self-worth. Marcus Aurelius knew public scrutiny well. He reminded himself, you have power over your mind, not outside events. The likes, shares, and comments are outside your control. Your strength isn't in winning approval, but in realizing it's irrelevant to your inner state. The digital spectacle is just that, a performance, not reality. The real work is internal, cultivating character, thoughts and actions. What matters is living by your values, not chasing validation. Are you kind, useful, true to yourself? That's the only judgment that counts. The arena is noisy, but your peace is yours to protect. How do we step into the arena without being mauled by anxiety and comparison? Marcus would start with intention. Before opening an app, ask, why am I here? What's my purpose? This pause is the first step in reclaiming your agency. Practice Stoic mindfulness. Observe your reactions as you scroll. Notice envy, anger, or emptiness. Don't judge, just observe. In that space between stimulus and response lies your freedom. Set a timer before using social media, 5 or 10 minutes, then log off. This discipline reminds you, you control the device, not the other way around. Use these tools on your terms with purpose. Social media isn't evil, it's a tool. Use it to connect, learn, or share authentically, but never let it define your worth. Your inner peace is yours alone. Be the emperor of your own attention. Now let's tackle procrastination, that universal struggle we all face. It's the art of putting things off, often convincing ourselves that there's plenty of time later. The battle against wasting our own time. Time, that most precious and irreplaceable resource, slips through our fingers like grains of sand. We have endless tools for convenience, designed to make our lives easier and more efficient. Yet we waste more time than ever. We're caught in a paradox, surrounded by tools meant to save time, yet somehow finding ourselves with less of it. We defer important tasks, those things that truly matter, the projects that could shape our future, to a future that may never come. We imagine a future self with more time, more energy, more motivation, but that future is a mirage if we don't act now. In ancient Rome, the hourglass was a reminder, a constant visual representation of the fleeting nature of time. Time is always slipping away. Each grain of sand represents a moment gone, never to be recovered. For the Stoics, this wasn't anxiety. The awareness of time's passage wasn't meant to fill you with dread or fear. It was motivation, it was a call to action, a spur to live each moment with intention and purpose. Marcus wrote, "The emperor and philosopher, a man who understood the weight of responsibility and the value of time." Think of yourself as dead. Confront your mortality. Acknowledge the finite nature of your existence. Now take what's left and live it properly. Live with intention, with virtue, with a sense of urgency and appreciation. Procrastination is theft from your future self. You're robbing yourself of potential experiences, accomplishments, and growth. Don't act as if you'll live forever. Don't assume you have unlimited time to pursue your goals and dreams. While you live, be good. Strive to live a life of purpose, meaning, and contribution. Every moment spent delaying, every instance of putting something off is a choice to be less than you could be. It's a decision to settle for mediocrity, to fall short of your potential. The modern world's distractions, with their constant stream of notifications and temptations, are the enemy of this mindset. They pull you away from what truly matters, diverting your attention and energy. The infinite scroll creates the illusion of limitless time, a never-ending stream of content that seems to stretch on forever. But it's a lie. It's a carefully crafted illusion designed to keep you engaged and consuming, often at the expense of your own goals and priorities. The sand is still falling, the clock is still ticking, whether you watch or not. Time marches on regardless of your awareness or engagement. The Stoic task, the challenge they set for themselves and for us, see each moment as a precious, unrepeatable opportunity. Recognize the value of the present and seize it with intention and purpose. Smash the illusion of infinite time. Break free from the trap of procrastination and the distractions of the modern world. Act now. Don't hesitate. Don't delay. Take action in this very moment. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment doesn't exist. Create your own perfect moment by taking action now. Why do we procrastinate? What is it that holds us back from the tasks we know we need to tackle? The Stoics offer a profound insight, suggesting it's rarely mere laziness. It's often rooted in fear, a deeper, more primal emotion. Fear of not being good enough, that nagging feeling of inadequacy that whispers doubts in our ear. Fear of the task itself, its complexity, its sheer size looming before us like an insurmountable mountain. Fear of judgment, the potential criticism, the opinions of others weighing heavily on our minds. We hesitate, caught in the crossfire of these anxieties. We rationalize our inaction, concocting elaborate excuses, and ultimately we delay the inevitable. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, knew the real obstacle isn't the task itself, but our perception of it. It's the story we tell ourselves about the challenge ahead. His formula, a timeless strategy for overcoming procrastination. Calm your mind, quiet the internal chaos and anxieties that fuel procrastination. Focus on the immediate action, the very next step, breaking down the overwhelming task into manageable pieces, and connect it to your larger purpose. Remind yourself why this task matters in the grand scheme of your goals. The beginning is half the whole. Simply starting is often the hardest part. Friction is in the start. That initial resistance, that inertia, is where the battle is fought. Once you begin, momentum takes over. The task becomes easier. The fear subsides and progress accelerates. The Roman general Lucullus wisely said, "The motion of the legions is the end of the debate." Once the army is marching, there's no more room for argument or hesitation. Apply this principle. Stop debating with yourself, stop overthinking, and start moving forward. Here's a practical tip to get you started. Pick one important task you've been delaying, the one that's been weighing on your mind. Don't think about finishing it, don't worry about perfection, just commit to working on it for 5 minutes. A tiny, manageable chunk of time. Set a timer, a visual reminder of your limited commitment. Give it your full, undivided attention, banishing distractions and focusing solely on the task at hand. Then stop if you want. The power is in your hands. Often that initial inertia breaks, the resistance fades, and you find yourself wanting to keep going, drawn into the flow. The fear was a phantom, a figment of your imagination, dispelled by the simple act of starting. The Stoic way, a path to overcoming procrastination and unlocking your potential. Shrink the obstacle in your mind, diminish its perceived size and difficulty. Take one small step, a single, deliberate action towards your goal. Action is the antidote to hesitation. It's the key that unlocks the door to progress. Start now. Don't wait for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions. Begin where you are with what you have. Now, the greatest challenge, fear of failure. It haunts ambitions, whispers that mistakes are permanent stains. This fear keeps us in safe ruts, paralyzing us from trying. Marcus Aurelius faced immense hardship, war, plague, loss, betrayal. He didn't succeed at everything, but his meditations are a testament to resilience. The Stoic principle, the obstacle is the way. Every problem, setback or failure is an opportunity to practice virtue. A rude person, practice patience. A tough project, practice persistence. A loss, practice courage. Nothing can prevent you from being a good person. External events can block your path, not your character. The event is neutral. Your response gives it meaning. For the Stoic, every stumble is a chance to get stronger. Failure is raw material for future success. Think of Stoicism as mental alchemy, turning adversity into wisdom. The Stoic alchemist asks, what can I learn? What virtue can I practice? Most of us avoid failure, hide mistakes, blame others. Marcus would say failure is not a verdict, it's feedback. The only true failure is failing to learn. Imagine a Roman potter, the clay collapses, but it's not a disaster. The potter gathers the clay and begins again. Our failures are the same, raw material to reshape. Here's your exercise when you face a setback. Write down what happened, objectively. Then answer, what can I learn? How can I improve? What virtue can I practice now? This transforms you from a victim to a student of life. Every mistake is a chance to grow. The alchemist's touch is in your hands. Don't waste your failures, use them. Turn every obstacle into opportunity. We've traveled from an emperor's tent to our digital world, seeing how ancient wisdom meets modern chaos. Stoicism isn't just theory, it's a toolkit for living well. But knowledge is useless without action. The goal isn't to quote Marcus Aurelius, but to live like him. Disciplined, resilient, virtuous. This takes practice and intention. Here's your challenge. Pick one area of friction in your life. Choose one Stoic practice from this video and apply it every day this week. Set a timer before social media. Tackle a dreaded task for 5 minutes. Or perform the alchemist's exercise on a setback. Write it down, tell a friend, treat it as an experiment. Small shifts create profound change. The power to live better is in your hands. Use it.